Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. My name is Striker.
My name is Luba.
Now today we're going to talk about dating agencies. Now we've talked about them before in the past, haven't we? Many times.
Yeah, sure.
So today we
have different point of view.
We have different points of view, and I guess the topic of the video is we haven't really come up with the title yet, have we? We were thinking about it, and it's like the best thing about using a dating agency. But I don't know, we're just going to talk about it, and we'll see where this video goes. But the idea behind this video is what is like the main benefit of using a dating agency? Now we could be people could call us biased because we use dating agencies. We see that they work and they shortcut the process, right? But there's one thing that's important when you do have an interaction man to woman, right? And that is premise, and you have to set the premise of the interaction. Do you know what I mean by that?
No, I wanted to say, like every video I ask you some new word.
Yeah.
What is premise?
Well, the premise is, okay, so...
Premise here is a lamp that people was using in USSR for the light.
Well, that's what the video is about. It's
Welcome back to the USSR.
So when it comes to a man and a woman interaction, there has to be some premise to that interaction, right? So let's take, for example, meeting a woman, say, out on the street. You see a woman walking and you don't want to use dating agencies. And there's nothing wrong with that, no matter what country you're in.
Guys here usually like or something.
They wolf whistle. Okay.
Also like or something like that.
This is what we say to a cat.
We also say that to the cat and to the chick that is walking by. It's disgusting, honestly.
What if there's a chick walking by and there's a cat? How does the cat know that it's for him, or does the lady not know? Or does the lady know?
Yeah, I guess that the guy has to go with the cat then.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the video. So the premise has to be set, right? So take, for example, you see a lady that's out on the street and you walk up to her and you say something like, hey, can you tell me where the train station is, or something like that. There's no premise set there, right? So how is she going?
You asking that with intention of like hooking, like just catch her attention?
Yeah, or something like that. So you've gone out there to meet women, or you just see an opportunity and you go for it, right? So in that interaction, you have to show her what you want from her, right? It has to be a man to woman interaction. So she has to know when she's talking to you, okay.
That she's not just asking for the question.
Exactly, that this guy is, he's single, or maybe, but he's wanting me to interact with him in a man to woman way, right? When it comes to the dating agencies, the premise has already been set. Okay, and you fast track that part of it. Now, this is a huge bonus, right? But there are some people that say, oh, dating agencies are bad. Well, bad dating agencies are bad, and the ones that we deal with, or that deal with us, I should say, our interactions with them are good, and our clients have all had very good experiences. So the upside, the major upside, is that you fast track that whole thing. If a woman comes to meet you and agrees to go on, say, a second or third date, that premise is already set, right? She knows exactly why she has come to meet you. She's been to the dating agency because she's motivated to look for a relationship. The man has gone there obviously for the same reason as well, of course. So that premise is set. So as soon as she agrees to meet you for that first date, we're always talking about legit agencies here, so put aside all the scammy stuff, we don't deal with all that. She knows straight away. She's like, yep, okay, I'm now in the qualifying stage of this interaction with this man here.
That is very right, because like I've been dealing with many different agencies, websites in my career, I will put it this way, if you let me call it. So yes, I will talk about like what is happening right now. The girls take a lot of effort, to get to the agency. And the agency invite them, like before the coronavirus, they was inviting them to the office to get to know them, to talk to them, to bring their passport, to have an interview. And like what I like about our agency that I didn't have like with these big companies is that so in mass, like they have a lot of ladies. Individually, they have that amount of ladies that they know about. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So like when I asked, I've been arranging date for one of our clients, and he wanted to know like something in depth, because the guys always like they pay attention a lot on profiles, and probably we have to do another video about that, because I recently even have a request and the guys say I choose those ladies because they describe themselves better in the profile. I have to like open this myth about profiles as well. So profiles, even in the legit agencies, are not really represent that much of a lady, because the lady can come, and I've seen it. Like I have one agency that gave me the whole access to their database. So I see when the lady come, like they have a giant profile. I mean, I know that I'm off the topic, but I quickly will say. And so she write it down everything in Russian. So it's no way to translate that and like put all her thoughts in her profile. But if I want, I can always ask about this lady, and she will tell me all about her. She will tell about her cats. She will tell me about her, you know, like problems. She will know about the father of the child. She will know. So this is the difference. And the lady is coming to the agency. She really has this mindset, and she's serious. So you do not have to like try to convince her in that, you know, or anything like that. And of course, like, don't get us wrong. We do not say that you can't do it yourself. We don't say that, oh, it's impossible to meet in a club or in a restaurant or outside or anywhere. I absolutely love and agree with the meetings, you know, when they happen like this, just accidentally she asks you to help for something or something like that. But Striker is right. Like, if you come here to live, if you stay here longer, of course you have time. But if you really want to find a partner and you come only for a week or 2 weeks or even a month, it's probably not just that efficient. That's all.
Yeah, and it depends on what you want and what your mindset is, because, you know, age also comes into that as well, right? So a lot of our clients, you know, are, I guess, older, I suppose. They've been through a divorce, you know, and they don't want to you know, waste time. So they're kind of cutting straight to the chase. They're cutting straight to the qualification part of the interaction. They don't need to, if you do meet a lady out somewhere, you still have to go through that first initial part. You've got to figure out if she's in a relationship already, and even if she says no, she might kind of be in one. Like, there's so many things that hurdles you have to go through before you start really getting to the qualification part of it. And it's the same for her as well. You know, she's going to be qualifying you as well. You basically just cut straight to the chase. Hey, actually, I'll just say one interesting thing here. We had a coaching call this week with a guy, and he was the youngest person that ever, I guess, client. He's a client now,
He's
right?
a client.
Yeah, so he's a client now. And when he booked the call, we get a bit of a profile, and his one was that he was 22 years old. I was thinking, 22, that's pretty young. Maybe it's a mistake. I spoke with Lou before, and I said, we can't take him as a client. He's far too young. This guy needs to go out and needs to like conquer the world, and needs to start some businesses and you know, really build himself up to be a man. You know, he's just a boy. That's what we were thinking. But we spoke with him, and he was like so mature for his age. He blew both of us away, and he was running a very large international company that was family owned. And for us, it was like, you know, this is pretty good. But we also said to him, like, you know, you don't really want to get married at this age, you know. And he said, I don't want to get married. It's not my priority. What I want to do is I want to go overseas, and I want to experience different cultures. And
I want to travel safe. It's what he said.
And travel safe, yeah.
For me, it was like I was so happy when we talked, because I was thinking, this guy probably not serious, or like one guy we was talking that young, we actually talk him out of like just doing that, right? Because don't get married, don't do that. But because we just give him a little bit more views, like that guy just didn't have anybody with whom he can you know, consult or something, and so we just tell him like what would be better for him as we talk with each other.
Yeah.
But with this guy, it was absolutely different. And the good thing about that he really he just wanted to know.
He was worried about getting scammed, because all these scam things.
He said, you know, I want to come, I want to hang out, but I don't like to get into the bed. I know that you guys have this educational program. It was actually very good. And I recommend him. I said, I know that you would have zero problems on meeting girls like somewhere, but if you want to see the difference, you know, you can get to call one of our agencies, and you know, to just out of curiosity.
That became like the strategy for him, was to like you know, use other methods, normal methods, meet some women, and we could set him up with some dates with some ladies that are around his age. Just so he can compare. Because what I want him to do is I want him to go over there and experience dating in a different culture, not necessarily looking for a wife or anything like that, but just dating, because that's kind of what happened to me. But I was a late bloomer, and all of a sudden your eyes open up to it, and you know, it becomes more better prospects overseas, as most guys who do this know. So just an interesting story. That's just from this week.
Yeah, and also the girls, like when I talk to the agency, like the serious agency don't usually deal with the girls like that young, because these girls usually, like, they are on other websites, what I talk about. But she said, I have just few, like, if it is okay with him. And I told him that I've been honest with him, and he said, yeah, cool, like, no problem. Because, like, of course, the girls that age, and I think that for him it would be good. They maybe not like that desperately want to get married. They just want to find, boyfriend, and just if it happened, it happened. So I think it's the best thing about the dating agency, literally, like, maybe this should be the topic of the video, because you cut this like big part of qualification, trying to find out, because I know that the guys, even though like they use, for example, us, right, like they still I see that I see it with the clients with whom I've been on a tour, they've been very suspicious about Ukraine until they get to there, and like they see me with like a striker, and we start working, and we meet real people. Especially if they've been using something else, they're very suspicious about the Ukraine. And for the guys who are first time, some of them have a very positive vision, and some of them say, I really want it, but I've seen so many different things, and I don't know, I have my concerns. But anyway, this really helps a lot, like when the agency know the girl and she knows what is her intention. And like I have one date, and the lady came and she said, I don't really want to get married. And the guy was like, said, Luba, like, what is she doing in the agency, and what is going on? And I talked to her. I said, what did you mean when you said that? And she said, I've been through divorce, and really, like, to jump into marriage straight away, I really, like, I'm not ready for that. It was so painful. But to meet a guy, to spend time with him, and then the next client, like he has the same mindset. He said, I want to, like, will it be okay? He was not sure if the girl would be okay if he doesn't want to get married next month. And I anyway say that it takes a lot of time until you're actually getting married. But the good thing about dating agency, that for sure that this person came to the agency for this reason, and that you're really looking for a partner, and you don't have to worry about like how to catch her on the street asking like some tricky questions.
Yeah. Also, even if someone like says, I want to, I'm not desperate to get married right now, or whatever, however they put it, because I've been through a divorce or something like that, and I just want to take my time. But when the right person comes along, that mindset can disappear just like that, right? Because you can't predict to fall in love or to have these feelings. You can you just know how you feel now. So that could happen. So it's up to you, when you're on this date, if those things happen, then it happens. Our job is to get you in front of legitimate ladies who look like the photos, that are, in the agency, like, for real. The rest of that chemistry and that sort of thing, we can't control. We cannot control it. We don't know if she turns up and she's crazy. We don't know if in 3 months' time she's going to go, do something stupid. We don't know what you're going to do. So it's entirely up to you. Our job is just to create introductions with legitimate, sincere people. Hopefully sincere people, but, we try our best.
Yeah, and that's why, I don't, like, sometimes we talk to the guys and they say, oh, with your package you have 15 girls. I only need 2 or 3. Like, I don't need, like, or like for whatever reason they say that. But it is important. And, I come with this number, or like with amount of girls, not out of blue. Like, I've been dealing with one guy who was working with another agency, very famous on YouTube as well. And, like, their strategy for me was just shocked, pushing the guy to go on a second date if he has zero attraction. And even by the picture that I've seen that he sent me, it was like how, if the agency called themselves as a matchmakers, how can they match these two people who are like from different planets?
I have a theory about this, and I don't think it's if it is a strategy, we don't know, but it's like comparative marketing. Give something here, and then present something.
Yeah, you told me that, and I thought it's the only reason why they might do it.
Give something that seems okay, and present something that's completely not. So in comparative marketing, you look at this and go, oh no, this one here. So maybe that was something in there.
But they even did a video recently and say like, oh, it's such a bad when you have a lot of dates. You only have to have like a few. I will tell you the reason why. Like, I will be honest with you. I will tell you why they say that, because they don't have enough girls. That's the only reason. So of course they will try to push you 3, because for them to find for you more, it's difficult. So, you know, I'm glad that we come up with this idea and that we visit different cities, so we're not limited and stuck. So like one of the guys put the comments here, like, I want to use your dating agency. Guys, we are not dating agency. Like, we are not. We, like, you can call us whatever is convenient, because, you know, for some guys, we, like one guy we're helping to go even through divorce in US. He just like called us and said, you know, I feel, guys, that, you know, I want to talk to you. And somebody's like, we help in a different levels, and I think with the new channel it will be even more. But anyway, like, I have this amount of dates because you really can compare, but I don't want you to choose bad from the worst. I want you to have options, because like I talk about the 7 dimensions already many times, but it was like kind of funny, really, like that, you know, one lady was from the village, you know, she was eating, the food was falling out of her mouth. Another lady like was drinking cognac, like, but how can I know that? But she was like so stressed, like she drank this cognac. She didn't want to let this guy go. She was sweet, she was nice, but you know, he didn't like her. Then the other lady, you know, she was like talking about something else. And then when he met his one, and all of them were beautiful, educated, nobody complained about job, no see grandmothers, no leaking roofs, no like
they look like the photos.
They look like the photos, but you know, personality was not the right one. So when he met the right personality, it clicked immediately. So this is what we just wanted to say today, really. Like, it is up to you, of course, always. And Striker just, you know, fixed me a little bit, like when I was always saying like, oh, we're not like support big age gap, or we not support this, and it's not. He's right. Like, we not encourage that, but we will support you no matter what you want and how you want to do it, and we will try to give our best advice that we can, right?
Yes.
But this is a little bit of information for you to think about if you're thinking about using like dating agency, come on your own, do letter writing or anything like that.
Yeah,
so,
and some people say, oh, it's too expensive. Okay, it's too expensive, then do it. Whatever fits your budget, you know? If it's just the only way to really say that, isn't it? If people say, do you think, I had one person say, do I think our course is too much? It's $600. My answer is no, it's not too much. If it's too much for you, then don't do it. That's probably the best way to sort of to describe that. So for some people, dating agencies are a fast track way to get to where they want to, or to get closer to their goal. For some people, it's way too harder than going out on the street and, you know, doing it that way. Whatever suits you, do it your way. But if you want to fast track it, we believe that going to dating agencies is definitely the way to do it.
And you know, this money thing is kind of an illusion, like, right? If the guy is doing like letter writing and paying, let's say $10-15 a letter, and it seems like, oh, it just, you know, it's $10, and then it's like 5,000 and no result, or like doing that. So we're not like, in this video, we're not really like pushing or something. We just decided to share with our opinion, like what we think and what we know. And maybe for some of you, it will be like a highlight and you will think, yeah, they're right. Or maybe you will completely disagree. About that, we will ask you to share in the comments. So thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel. Down below will be linked to a Telegram group where we post not every day for now, but like we try. So some useful information about Ukraine, traveling,
news. Little videos.
There's no spam, no like pictures of the cats or anything like that.
Yeah.
But something useful. So join the link. It's a free community that you can join and see some updates. And we are going to see you next time.
We'll see you next time.